The world's financial centers buzzed with shock as satellite images revealed a colossal construction project in southern China. Analysts quickly identified it: a waterway wider and deeper than anything before. The Pinglu Canal, a $7.5 billion mega-project. This wasn't just infrastructure, it was a direct challenge to the world's trade routes. Beijing's message was clear: China was reshaping global commerce. On trading floors from New York to Tokyo, the implications were immediate. Shipping stocks swung wildly. For over a century, the Panama Canal had been the world's shortcut between oceans, a symbol of American power. Now, China was unveiling a new contender, backed by immense resources and ambition. Chinese state media confirmed the project, calling it a golden waterway to boost trade and connect China's western provinces to the sea. The official narrative was economic growth, but strategists saw a bold power play. The Pinglu Canal signaled a shift in global logistics, threatening to redraw the map of international commerce. The United States, with its historic grip on world trade, now faced a rival with cutting-edge technology and a new, faster route. The announcement wasn't just news. It was the opening move in a high-stakes contest for control of global trade arteries. The world had to confront a new reality. The old rules and routes were no longer guaranteed. The era of uncontested American dominance was over. To grasp the Pinglu Canal's significance, we must remember the Panama Canal's legacy. For over a century, this 51-mile waterway was the backbone of global maritime trade. Its 1914 opening was a triumph, slashing travel times between the Atlantic and Pacific and transforming global supply chains. The U.S. built and controlled it, gaining immense strategic and economic leverage. The canal enabled rapid naval movement and secured America's economic superpower status. Its lock system was revolutionary, dictating ship design and trade routes for generations. After Panama took control in 1999, the canal became a source of national pride and prosperity. Even after a 2016 expansion, the canal's influence on global shipping remained profound. For decades, there was no real alternative. The world built its supply chains around this single, indispensable waterway. But that era of monopoly is now under threat. The Panama Canal now faces unprecedented challenges. Today's ultra-large container ships are too big for even the expanded canal, forcing them onto longer, costlier routes. Climate change has triggered severe droughts, dropping water levels and forcing restrictions on ship traffic and cargo. Queues of ships, weeks-long delays, and rising costs have become the new normal. The canal's reliability is eroding, not from competition, but from nature and the relentless evolution of global trade. Companies are scrambling for alternatives, exposing a critical weakness in the world's trade infrastructure. The need for a resilient, efficient new route has never been more urgent. Enter the Pinglu Canal, a timely and strategic alternative. The Pinglu Canal is a key piece of China's Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. Launched in 2013, the BRI is a vast network of infrastructure projects linking China to Asia, Europe, Africa, and beyond. China presents it as a win-win for global development, but critics see it as a tool for expanding Chinese influence and creating debt dependencies. The Pinglu Canal fits perfectly into this strategy, giving China control over a new maritime route and bypassing US-influenced choke points. It strengthens China's supply chains and binds other economies closer to Beijing. The canal is a physical manifestation of China's ambition to reshape global trade routes. It's a bold move to place China at the center of the world economy. The Pinglu Canal is a marvel of modern engineering. Stretching 135 kilometers through Guangxi, it links China's interior to the Beibu Gulf and the open sea. Engineers are building massive, advanced locks and moving mountains of earth, showcasing China's ability to deliver mega-projects at breakneck speed. The project was shrouded in secrecy, allowing China to gain a first-mover advantage before the world took notice. Technologically, the canal is a leap forward, automated, AI-managed, and designed for efficiency and sustainability. Its water-saving locks and digital control systems promise faster, more reliable shipping than Panama. Economically, it slashes transport costs and boosts China's exports. Geopolitically, it gives China a secure, state-controlled outlet to the sea, bypassing vulnerable choke points. The Pinglu Canal is both an economic engine and a strategic shield. Comparing the Pinglu and Panama Canals reveals a stark contrast in scale and technology. The Pinglu Canal is built for the world's largest ships, vessels too big for Panama, giving it a clear competitive edge. While Panama connects two oceans, Pinglu offers a direct, high-capacity route from China's industrial heartland to the South China Sea. Panama's century-old locks are water-intensive and vulnerable to drought. Pinglu's are automated, water-saving, and climate-resilient. AI-driven management makes Pinglu faster and more efficient. For trade between China, Southeast Asia, Europe, and Africa, Pinglu offers a compelling new option, bypassing the crowded Strait of Malacca. This forces shipping companies to rethink their reliance on traditional routes. The competition is about more than logistics, it's about global influence. Panama symbolizes American-led globalization. Pinglu signals a new order with China at its center. The world of shipping now has a choice, dictated by cost, efficiency, and shifting geopolitics. The monopoly is over. The Pinglu Canal will create new winners and losers. China stands to gain most: lower shipping costs, faster market access, and greater geopolitical leverage. Southeast Asian economies and shipping companies with large vessels will benefit from a more efficient trade corridor. European consumers may see faster, cheaper goods. Panama, however, faces a loss of traffic and revenue, threatening its economy. The U.S. loses strategic leverage as the canal's importance wanes. Competing ports and the Suez Canal may also feel the impact. The Pinglu Canal doesn't just add a new route, it reshuffles the entire global trade deck. The Pinglu Canal has sent geopolitical shockwaves worldwide, intensifying U.S.-China competition. Washington sees it as a direct challenge to its maritime dominance and a move toward a parallel, China-centric global system. The canal's location in the contested South China Sea adds to the tension, giving China a powerful commercial and military asset. Europe eyes economic benefits, but remains wary. Latin America, especially Panama, feels anxious about lost revenue. Russia welcomes the project. India is concerned about security implications. Environmental groups warn of massive ecological impacts, highlighting the conflict between growth and preservation. How China manages these risks will test its claims as a responsible global leader. The Pinglu Canal is a symbol of how technology and ambition are redrawing the map of global trade. The world is entering a multipolar era, with new routes, new powers, and new uncertainties. The Dragon's Waterway is more than a canal. It's a glimpse into the turbulent future of our interconnected world. As the first ships glide through the Pinglu Canal, the world feels the ripple effect. Major trading nations scramble to adapt. In the United States, logistics firms and exporters recalculate shipping lanes and costs, while policymakers debate new strategies to maintain influence. European manufacturers, eager for efficiency, begin rerouting goods, slashing weeks off delivery times to Asian markets. Meanwhile, Japan and South Korea invest in upgraded port infrastructure, hoping to capitalize on the canal's promise of faster trade. India, faced with shifting regional dynamics, accelerates its own maritime projects to stay competitive. African nations, once sidelined, negotiate new trade deals, eyeing the canal as a gateway for their resources. Latin American economies, especially Panama, brace for reduced canal revenues, launching incentives to retain global shipping traffic. Multinational corporations pivot, rewiring supply chains to exploit the new route's speed and cost savings. Global commodity prices fluctuate as shipping bottlenecks ease and new players enter the market. Yet the benefits are uneven. Some economies soar, while others struggle to adapt. The Pinglu Canal's opening is more than a feat of engineering. It's a seismic shift in the world economy, forcing every nation to rethink its place in a rapidly changing landscape. The Dragon's Waterway is not just a channel for ships, it's a channel for the future, carrying with it the hopes, fears, and ambitions of a connected world. Beneath the triumph of the Pinglu Canal's grand opening lies a story less often told, a tale of environmental reckoning and engineering hurdles. As construction crews carved a path through miles of rugged terrain, entire ecosystems were disrupted. Wetlands, once teeming with life, faced unprecedented change. Conservationists sounded alarms as rare species lost habitat, and water tables shifted in unpredictable ways. Engineers, too, faced daunting obstacles. The region's volatile geology demanded cutting-edge solutions, reinforced locks, advanced water management systems, and constant monitoring for landslides. Unexpected monsoon floods tested the canal's resilience, while sediment management became a daily battle. Massive machinery and relentless excavation left scars on the landscape, some of which may take generations to heal. Despite rigorous planning and mitigation efforts, the project's carbon footprint was immense. Massive energy demands and emissions sparked debate over the true cost of progress. Yet the canal's backers argue that in the long run, more efficient shipping routes could help reduce global emissions by shortening voyages and cutting fuel use. The Pinglu Canal stands as both a marvel of human ingenuity and a stark reminder. Every leap forward carries its own set of challenges. As the world celebrates a new era of connectivity, the lessons learned from its construction echo into the future, urging us to balance ambition with responsibility and progress with preservation. As the dust settles and the Pinglu Canal finds its rhythm in the arteries of world commerce, a new chapter in global trade begins to unfold. Shipping companies recalibrate their routes, ports adapt to new patterns, and nations weigh their positions in a landscape reshaped by both opportunity and uncertainty. The canal's influence stretches far beyond the borders of China, Panama, or even Asia. By providing an alternative passage between oceans, the Pinglu Canal introduces competition, driving innovation and efficiency in global logistics. Emerging economies, once isolated by distance or cost, find new lifelines to international markets. For some, this means unprecedented growth. For others, the challenge of staying relevant in a rapidly shifting environment. Diplomatically, the canal becomes more than a feat of engineering. It's a strategic lever. Countries look to strengthen alliances, secure trade agreements, and protect their interests along these new corridors. Old rivalries may flare, while unexpected partnerships form in pursuit of shared prosperity. But amidst the excitement, the lessons of the past echo loudly. The future of global trade will hinge not only on infrastructure and technology, but on collaboration, foresight, and respect for the planet's limits. The Pinglu Canal, like the legendary routes before it, reminds us that every shortcut through geography is also a crossroads for humanity. As ships glide through its locks and cargoes flow across continents, one truth becomes clear. The story of trade is never finished. It is written anew with every innovation, every challenge overcome, and every bridge, literal or diplomatic, built across the waters that connect us all.